pick on the hot seat as we welcome him to NBA TV. Deal with the challenge, but good afternoon. We got to start with the pronunciation, okay? Yegor's good?
Yep.
How about Jomin?
Jomin, yes.
Jomin,
yes.
Okay. I know you spoke to the media here in Las Vegas, gave a little bit of clarity, but we're all refining our games.
Yeah,
good to meet you.
It was actually my fault about the pronunciation when I just got to America. I thought it's gonna be easier for everybody just to say Demin, right? But yeah, originally I have those 2 dots on top of the E, which means yo in Russian language. So
boy AJ, I'm here with Rage and Cypher. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at NetsKingdom1. So a little late to the party, but we're gonna break down our Summer League final conclusions on the NBA Summer League. How did all these rookies did, and what are we gonna look towards the future and improvements? So shout out to Cypher. Make sure you guys follow Cypher on Twitter. He gave us the breakdown of the stats and a little bit of what could be an improvement. I'm gonna start with Egor. So Egor in the Summer League was 11.3 points, 4.3 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 41% from the field, 43% from the three-point line, 100% from the foul line, and 25 minutes per game. So what do you guys think about Egor in conclusion in his Summer League? What were your final thoughts? Yeah, let us know. Whoever wants to go first.
I think to start off, just to kind of put it in like a simple retrospect, like the shot is there for Egor. Like at least with the good part is that we were able to see is that he can actually shoot, but the same concerns are still there. I mean, the handle is still like really non-existent. He didn't go into the paint really aggressively at all in any of the games. You could argue that he had some limited time at point guard, but really most and all of that time that you could argue was limited. He showed nothing in terms of being able to drive downhill. And that is going to be the biggest important, thing at the next level, and being able to create his own shot. And we didn't see anything really outside of 3-pointers from Egor Demin.
Yeah.
And the defensive side was honestly not terrible, but still the same concerns are there. Will he be able to, get quicker, and will he be able to, deal with those shiftier type of guards and forwards at the next level?
Yeah, that's a great point. Great point. Go ahead, Saif.
Okay, so he shot 43% from 3, 10 of 23 shooting. Okay, that is good, but I'm seeing a lot of people like say he's a shooter now. He's not a shooter.
Yeah.
I don't care about a 3-game stretch. And by the way, I'm saying this positive and negative. Like what I saw from Summer League from all these players doesn't really change my opinion of any of them. It's a small sample size. Jalen Wilson shot 46% from 3 his first Summer League. Then he shot 56% his second Summer League. Then he proceeded to shoot 32% in the NBA.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, small sample size, different environment. I'm not really drawing many conclusions. The thing that positive, he did shoot well, and that is like good. I like his form does look better than he did in college.
Yeah.
So I like that, and it makes me feel a little bit more confident that he's going to shoot better in the NBA. He needs to do it in the NBA for me to like really be confident about it, though. Thing that does scare me is 23 out of his 27 total shots were threes.
Yeah.
85% 3-point rate, which is like extremely massive. He did shoot well from 3, so it's okay. Like that's why he looked like pretty solid in Summer League. But like Raid said, the second he got inside the arc, like couldn't create any separation, didn't have the physical strength or speed to get to the rim. Took 4 2-point shots total.
Yeah.
Not that great. And he shot 100% from the free throw line. Only took 2 attempts total in Summer League. So he wasn't really drawing contact either. He's interesting. Like there's a lot of work to be done. I like that the jump shot looks good. He seems like he has a great personality. He even said that he's got to work on building muscle to create more separation in the paint.
Yeah.
I think he is aware of his issues, and I'm a little bit more bullish on him. Like I've always felt positive about Egor Demin. Like I've said this in earlier videos. I question how far he could get with his ceiling. That's like the biggest concern, but other than that, it's like The summer league doesn't really change my mind. Like, I got to see how he looks in the NBA.
Yeah, let me ask you this, and before I ask you this too, I want to point out that we're all obviously rooting for these guys. We're just making objective criticisms of what we saw. Why didn't you think we saw Yegor's playmaking? Right, he was the best passer in the draft, and I still stand on that he is. But it's like we didn't see any of that playmaking in the summer league. Why do you think that?
Oh, it's because they were playing him as a wing.
Yeah,
Like, pretty clearly. Like, okay, first game he was playing next to Nolan, and Nolan was like the point guard. Like, he was the primary ball handler, and Igor was like the off-ball wing. It's interesting because it looks like they're developing him as like a small forward, which, that's interesting because I don't think that's taking advantage of his best skill, which is being a ball handler in the pick and roll. Second game, Nolan came off the bench, and he was the point guard.
Yeah.
And now his second game was his worst game, which, isn't good.
That's not good. Yeah, when you give you the keys and then you're the worst game is you being a point guard that's not good. Yeah.
His second game, he averaged 12, 4, and 4. He was 4 of 13 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3, minus 16. Yeah, he didn't play well. Like, he showed off more of his passing capabilities, 4 assists to 1 turnover.
Mm-hmm.
But, like I said, couldn't create any separation inside the arc, and it just didn't look comfortable for him.
Yeah. Again, let's move on to Nolan Traore in Summer League. So Nolan averaged 7.3 points, 3.3 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 30% from the field, 14% from 3, 88 from the foul line, and 22 minutes per game. So Nolan did not really have very ugly statistic percentages, but again, I don't really, Summer League is a make or break you. I don't look for stats in Summer League. I look for flashes and, positive things and negative things. That's what I look for in Summer League. So
Jalen Brunson and Trae Young had like similar stats in Summer League, similar percentages.
Exactly. Yeah, stats.
Playing badly in Summer League means nothing. Like,
it doesn't.
There are guys that like played really badly and turned into superstars, and there are guys who played really well and turned into busts. Like, my opinion in Nolan hasn't changed. So on the box score, 30% from the field, 14% of 3 is bad, but he passed the eye test. Like, his speed is legitimate. Like, the thing that I question with Nolan is, would the speed translate on an NBA level? And look, he hasn't played in the NBA yet, but in Summer League, it was like real. Like, guys couldn't stay in front of him. He was able to get into the paint easily. Now, he couldn't score in the paint. Like, he had trouble with layups. He didn't really have a floater game. Wasn't taking that many threes. Like, he shot 14% from 3, and he wasn't taking a lot of them. I believe he only took 7 total threes across 3 games.
Oh, wow. Go ahead, Rachel.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a kind of Cypher hit it on the head with Nolan, and kind of with what you pointed out as well. Like, we were able to actually see flashes with Nolan. Mm-hmm. Like, the speed absolutely blew me out of the water. Like, that instantly you were able to see with him was the biggest thing with him. He was able to get, like Cypher said, to the rim. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's just really getting that shot there. There was really nothing in terms of a shot. Mm. And although it's like a common theme, I'd say with, obviously our next guard that we have, it's unfortunate that that was that we weren't really able to get any of that, but the speed was there, and he was able to really, blow by defenders.
How do you guys feel about his defense before we move on to the next guy? Because I remember there was a couple possessions where I was kind of like, okay, Nolan, it's not bad defense. How do you guys feel about his defense?
He's a better defender than I thought he was. Mm-hmm. Now, we are judging him by a different metric because he is a point guard and he is a smaller point guard.
Yeah.
So I feel like the expectations are lower. But he was picking up full court sometimes. His point of attack defense looked really good. He kind of looked like Schroeder out there in that regard. And he's got a little bit more size than Dennis Schroeder. So I think if the shot comes around, then I think he's going to be a very good player. Because at that first game, I counted, he had 9 potential assists.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he fits for the motto for this team too. I mean, we like the speed too, and he fits that. And he's a guy who's going to play actually show effort and play full court. We have that we have that type of theme with quite a bit of guys on on the net. So
yeah, I feel like Nets World's consensus is he's the highest. Everybody's the highest on him out of all the prospects. So
I think the pathway for Nolan to become a star is a lot more clear than it is for Igor.
yeah,
that's a fair.
I agree.
Yeah, but the thing with Nolan is that if he, the speed, if he has like the Scoot Henderson problem where he has the speed to get into the paint, but when he gets into the paint, his first instinct is to pass out, and he's not a scorer, then that's like huge implications for his ceiling because he needs to be able to become like a Cam Thomas level of paint scorer to be like a really good basketball player.
Yeah. Next up, Danny Wolf. Danny Wolf in Summer League, 10.7 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 2 blocks, 39% from the field, 40% from three, 67 from the foul line, and 25 minutes per game. Danny Wolf, man, I just thought like it's hard because we knew when we drafted Danny that he was going to be a type of tweener big, and it's like we saw the handle stuff in Michigan, and I know some people said he highlight farmed in Michigan, but we got to the NBA Summer League and all that stuff was not cutting it, bro. All those crossovers and stuff is like that was not cutting it. It's hard to say because his best game to me is when we put him at the 5, and when did we sit Drew Timmy out that game? We put him at the 5, and I think we saw the flashes of, okay, this guy could be a real potential stretch 5. He was hitting threes at a good clip. He shot well. I mean, from percentage-wise, 40%. But it's like the rim protection, still got to work on that. And then if you put him at the 4, I don't want to like delete and say, oh, you cannot put him at the power forward at all. I want to still see it. I want to see him with Claxton and see how it works. But some people are saying, like, we can't put this guy at the 4. He's too slow. He's not going to be able to keep up. He won't be able to defend. He won't be able to create an advantage. Like, what are your thoughts about that with Danny Wolf?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think with Danny Wolf, like his defense wasn't the worst. Like the same concerns were kind of still there. Like, we still have to worry about what his speed's going to look like at the next level. Is he going to really be able to like, is he really going to be able to deal with like, the bigger centers and the more dominant centers? You know what I mean? And then in terms of an offensive standpoint, like it's ultimately just figuring out how he's going to be able to figure it out on the offensive end in terms of like how he's going to place himself. Like, because we're going to be in a spot where we have like quite a bit of ball dominant guards. He's kind of another ball dominant guy, but it provides, I think, more like, it provides more goods than I think it doesn't, because I think we were able to see him like play as a stretch 5. It's just being able to like hold him to that when he's in that type of like, in that type of area, like keep him at like, keep him at the 3-point line. But does that take away from like, take away from his best, what he can do best on offense? Like, is it like the same with Yegor or, but we were able to see like solid, production from him. It just, he's the oldest out of all of the guys that we've drafted. So.
Yeah, the playmaking flashes were like, that's what really, like, I like the playmaking flashes from Danny. And then the shooting, I think those are my biggest positive takeaways. Of the playmaking was great, the passing and a short roll, and then the shooting from 3, the stretch 5 potential was the positive I took out of it. But yeah, go ahead, Saif. Any like negatives or anything you want to?
Okay, I mean, look, you guys know how I feel about Wolf.
Yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't take him in the second round, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I still stand by that because, okay, so it does make me worry that he is 21 years old. He is older than Noah Clowney. Like he should have been the guy that really like dominated summer league. Like he should have looked like the best player, besides like Drew Timmy, of course, like the best player amongst our rookies. And he kind of struggled at times. Like it wasn't all bad. Like because he shot 40% from 3. There was some really nice passing in the short roll. Like he averaged the same amount of assists as Nolan. He had like a couple like really good stretches. I think in game 2 the first game where he would attack off the catch and draw contact and hit and like get to the free throw line, which is something that Igor didn't do. those were like the positives, like the 3-point shooting, attacking out the catch, short roll passing. Like his offensive versatility is valuable.
Yes.
And there was also some like DHO stuff with like him and Nolan and him and like Ben Saraf that I really liked.
Yeah.
There's a lot of positives there. Now the negatives are like, okay, 67% from the free throw line. That was a concern coming out of college because he shot 59% from the line of Michigan. And then, okay, he shot 39% from the field, meaning similar to Igor, the second he would get inside the paint, the shots wouldn't go in. Like he had, there was like, I remember there's a play where he would like post up on someone. I think it was like the OKC game. And he just missed the post up like 5 feet away. And it's like he just wasn't hitting like any of the shots inside the arc. And for a big, like that is like an issue if he wants to be successful in the NBA. And defensively speaking, like I thought he was fine defensively. He had his moments. I think he had a 4-block game in there, which was impressive. But his help defense, like that's the biggest concern because I don't think he has like that in his bag as of yet. Like that is a defensive repertoire. And like, is he going to be a center? Is he going to be a power forward? Like, it's hard because he doesn't have the speed to be a power forward, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have the defensive impact to be a center. And I don't know. There were like games. There was like a game here and there where he wasn't like aggressive on the rebounds. I don't know. Like with Wolf, like he is like his ceiling is like a Kelly Olynyk kind of player. Like I think he could be a good role player, but I don't know. I've never been high on his ceiling. I think his floor could be like really bad. Like I don't know what's gonna happen with Wolf. I think maybe he'll be a good player, but I don't know.
Yeah, just hopefully you don't have like a DeAndre Ayton type of problem on offense. Like, and then just that speed is able to hopefully you're able to get a little bit quicker on the defensive end, and he can actually fill into a 4, and hopefully can actually be able to transition into a 5-2 with just not being,
the thing with you, when you put him at the 4, if you have like somebody like a Claxton or somebody to make up for his defensive mistakes where you have to hide him, then that it makes it a little bit easier, that way, but if you don't have that rim protecting guy that can cover his mistakes, or it just looks very ugly. But
we're at least lucky that we added any 5 to pair to next to Danny Wolf. If he's going to be a 4, we have the best person to do it in terms of a defensive presence. So
and not to crap on Danny Wolf, but okay, I'll say this as a positive. He did shoot 40% from 3.
Yeah.
So the shooting was there, and I'll say that's really important because if Wolf wants to be successful in the NBA, he's got to be a good shooter.
Yeah, he has to be. Yeah, has to be. Last guy, Ben Saraf in Summer League, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 30% from the field, 0% from 3, and 54% from the foul line. Did he take any threes? He took 3 threes. Yeah, he did took threes.
4. Took 4 threes.
He took 4. Took 4 threes and didn't make any of them
in 3 games, by the way.
Wow.
Nice.
So yeah, exactly. I think we know the positive of Ben Saraf. Scoring mentality. We've talked about it 100 of times. The scoring mentality he has to get downhill.
Terrible Luka.
Yeah, terrible Luka. He, like I said, when I first saw him in Summer League, I'm like, okay, he's getting downhill. He's getting the spin move was spinning. You know that classic spin move. He was getting to the rim. He was getting to the line. It's just that some games it just looked like it was just so undecisive. Like he would get by his man and then he would just pick up his dribble, and he didn't know what to do. Or he would turn the ball over, or he would get to the rim, make a great move, and then he'll just smoke the layup so badly, it'll just crash off the backboard and it wouldn't even be close. And I'd be like, "What's going on, bro? Just finish that. You're 6'7". So those are my only I like him getting to the rim, but the other stuff is where I'm like, oof. What do you guys think about the playmaking and defense? How do you guys feel?
I mean, I essentially agree.
Mm.
Okay, I thought he did a better job at getting to the rim than most people were going to ever give him credit for.
Yeah.
I know he was the pick that I think fans might have hated the most.
Yeah.
Okay, did a good job of using his size, using his handle to get into the paint. Had some really good scoring games. I think it was the second game against the Wizards. It was the second Summer League game, and I'll look up.
I think he had 14, something like that.
He had a first quarter where he looked excellent.
Yeah, 7 in the first quarter. Yeah, I remember that game.
Yeah, and so he was driving to the rim. He was drawing contact, one thing I'll give him credit for is that, hey, he attempted the most free throws total out of all our rookies. He shot 13 total free throws. Now he shot 54% on those free throws, which is bad. That's really bad. But like he was able to draw contact. He was able to get into the paint, and he had more of a scoring mentality compared to like any of our other players. So that I'll give him credit for. Like that is a positive. And he actually averaged the most assists per game out of all our rookies.
Oh,
So
he did?
got
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
3.7 assists. So he got into the paint. He was able to kick out to shooters, like, and that was something he was like really good at. There was one where it was like, I think it was like Atenier was like coming off a screen, off a Danny Wolf screen, and he just passed out to him, and he pulled up for three. That was like an interesting assist. But other than that, couldn't shoot at all. Shot 0% on 4 attempts, which is terrible. Terrible percentage on terrible volume. Wasn't even taking the threes. The mid-range shot wasn't going in, like, at all. He doesn't have any shooting chops. And look, again, I've said this before, I'm not a form expert, but based off what I've seen, the form doesn't look good.
Oh no, his mechanics are awful. Yeah, it's bad. We can be clear and say it's awful. It's really bad.
Yeah,
mechanics are
and look, two rebounds per game for a guy that's 6'7", 6'8" is also really bad.
Yeah.
I
They're
think
fixable though. We'll say that. Mechanics you could fix, but right now it's awful.
yeah, to me, okay, he is the guy who, in my opinion, is most likely going to spend the entire season in the G League.
Yeah.
I want to. Yeah,
it's a fair perspective, and I also thought like with Saraf, like you could argue that he took the role of the point guard the best. It was just the same problem with like another guard. It's just being able with Nolan, like it's being able to just have a shot. Like there was none of that. There was none of that, but the good part is that we were able to see like y'all said, the scoring mentality. So.
Yeah.
Just being able to get that to translate at the next level, being able to actually capitalize off of like those good moves, is that he has a little bit of a bag, but it's being able to capitalize off of it.
Yes, exactly.
Him and Nolan combined for 11 threes across 3 games. And they shot 1 of 11 combined.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. Like we said, Summer League, this doesn't make or break you. It's not do or die. We just, pointing out, objectives, and we're pointing out certain situations. We take flashes from these games. It's not like we're going to say, oh, they didn't perform well in Summer League. It's over. It's like none
the
of us
definition of take it with a grain of salt,
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt, like I've been saying all the time. Yeah.
Oh, dude, let me go on a quick rant to finish this off. But, man, I hate Summer League. I hate the idea of Summer League now because, okay, you have, like, dumb fans that are, like, trying to draw, like, heavy conclusions based off these games. This is the definition of selection bias, because there was a guy that was saying, oh, well, Summer League only matters if you like a player. And it's like, yeah, of course, it is selection bias. If a player plays well that you like, you care about Summer League. If a player plays bad that you don't like, if a player who you don't like plays bad, oh, Summer League suddenly matters. Like, dude, it's ridiculous. Like, I saw a ton of people like crapping on Yaku Chonis because he struggled early in Summer League, and then he had like a 24-point game and shut everyone up. Exactly. It is ridiculous. Like, and it doesn't matter. Like, Kevin Knox looked like a superstar in Summer League like 8 years ago, and he became like a huge bust. And Jalen Brunson was a bum in Summer League, and he became a superstar.
Yeah.
Dude, Anthony Morrow was awesome in the Summer League, yo.
Victory lap season. Like, everybody takes their victory laps, like, on who, like, oh, yeah, I told you guys this guy was going to be good. Like, everybody takes their victory laps in Summer League.
Yeah, then you got their guy, and then it's like, well, but, like, it's just the Summer League, so
yeah.
It's just the Summer League. So
and by the way, another thing I hate is that these teams don't give a shit about Summer League. I'm sorry, we're load managing 18, 19-year-olds.
I was just about to say that. I hate that because I'm like, I'm an NBA fan, so it's like I want to watch the Coopers versus Dylan, Ace versus this guy I want to watch that shit, and then like they promote it on the NBA Network. They promote it, yeah, these guys are gonna play load manage for 3 games. I'm like, what?
Bro, no one's trying to see in game 3 the regular people who are going to be in the G League. No one, like, bro, nobody, yo. Why are we getting these guys resting? 2 games in, 1 game in. Some guys aren't even playing. Like,
Yeah, these guys are not franchise. Well, outside of Cooper and Dylan, like I understand you low managing Cooper because he showed us enough. He dropped 30. Okay, that's cool. Dylan, he was going through his injuries. I understand. Everybody else should be playing all 4 games. Like it's four or 5 games. Like, come on, these guys are 18, 19 years old. These guys are not like franchise. We need these guys to play. Like, none of those guys are, franchise guys. So it's like
Y'all should at least be playing up to consolation, man.
yeah, like
Dude,
below Cooper and Dylan,
I-
none of these guys are franchise.
I'd rather it not exist at this point. Like, let Summer League be like a 2-game exhibition, and that
Yeah.
is it. Like 2 games over 2 days, it's over, and then that's it. None of this like 5-game over the span of like a week
Yeah, the load managing.
bullshit that we do. No,
Well,
it's ridiculous. Like the conclusions are terrible. By the way, the basketball sucks.
yeah,
Like the style of basketball these guys are playing sucks.
yeah, it does. It does. It is like
Like-
street and one street tape mixtape. Everybody just shooting.
Yo,
crazy.
you cook.
Like
Everybody
dude,
shooting like contested, like fade away, double team threes. It's insane.
Demin, Demin taking 23 threes out of 20 of his 27 shots. He's not doing that in the NBA.
Yeah, you're not doing.
How is that even possible?
He's not gonna get that many shots off. To be honest, he won't. He won't. Appreciate you guys so much. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at Nets Kingdom 1. What is your final takes from Summer League? What are your conclusions? Do you have any? Or are you just taking this with a grain of salt? Or are you taking the flashes? Let us know in the comments, and we'll be back.